Hello and welcome to the Ashcourt Stadium for this Northern Premier League East match between Newton Aycliffe and Stocksbridge Park Steels. I'm your commentator for this afternoon, Adam Allcroft, live on the Stocksbridge Park Steels YouTube channel as the Steels have a massive playoff potential game here. Newton Aycliffe are having a fantastic season in fourth, but it's one of the teams the Steels want to chase down if they want to finish in the top five like they did 2 years ago. Stocksbridge looking to bounce back from that Sheffield Senior Cup disappointment on the semi-final, but Newton Aycliffe are one of the strongest opponents in this league to do it against. So let's go through the teams for you as we are moments away from kick-off. For Newton Aycliffe, it is Jim Pollard in goal, then Ryan Lincoln-Barrow, Toby Pascoe, Aaron Brown, Alex Nelson, Jack Clarkson, Ethan Wood, who's the captain, Joe Ferguson, Dean Fexton, Liam Jarvie, and then Liam Adamson. The bench is Jackson Cherry, Dale Elgie, Joe Gibson, and Charlie Dawson. For Stocksbridge Park Steels, it's Ben Townsend in goal, then Tom Charlesworth returns to start after his lengthy layoff with an injury. Jack Tinker, Curtis Turner the captain, Elliot Owen, Paul Eggleton, Danny Deakin, Alex O'Connor, Luke Rawson, James Morrison, Oliver Grezlak, who replaces Tommy Marshall in a tactical change. For the bench is Jordan Lemon, Ashley Butterworth, Tommy Marshall, Harrison Poulter, and Thomas Poolwiart. So I think we're going to have a minute's silence before the game today.
Are you two sitting on the dry? Are you sitting on
So
there?
it looks like we,
Yeah.
because the way this is, it looks like we are going to have a minute's silence for him. We haven't
What do you want?
heard why we're getting one just yet, but we will. Hopefully we'll have the Tarnoy let us know.
Right, what do you want?
I don't know. So that broke out. It's just weird. Everyone was like standing on the centre circle as if that's what we're going to do. So we are a couple of minutes delay from kick-off. Not sure entirely why that has happened, but it will. But Danny Deakin now stands over the ball, ready to get us underway.
I thought you was too bad.
So Stocksbridge looking to bounce back from that huge disappointment on Tuesday night with this massive game in terms of what it could mean for the playoff picture. We'll keep you up to date with today. We'll keep you up to date with other Northern Premier League East games and what they might mean for the teams here, and as well as Premier League, some local. Well, there's no Premier League today actually. We'll keep you up to date with some local scorelines.
Any of them?
And here we go. So Stocksbridge Park Steels in the claret and blue shirts, claret shorts, claret socks, kicking from left to right, get us underway. While it is Newton Aycliffe in the all blue kit, kicking from right to left, and the ball has quickly gone to Jim Pollard in the Newton Aycliffe goal. Steels have a 50-50 record here, having lost here 2-1 last year, then in the league, but winning 3-1 in the trophy. As the ball goes out to Lincoln Barrow on the right-hand side as he just takes it a few steps forward. Back now to Nelson and back now to Brown in this three-man defence that Newton Aycliffe like to use. They are a footballing side as Pascoe puts in midfield. The poor pass that goes to Grezlak, knocks it over the top and it's overhit. It's going to get some of the old-fashioned really upset, that one, because it was that sort of playing it amongst the back which leads to more trouble than it's often worth. Newton Aycliffe on the attack now though. Ferguson going forward, trying to slip through but blocked by Turner. And now Charles has it, now forward to O'Connor. Thinking about the long track pass, will go for the long pass, looking for Grezlak, but he was offside even if it had made it to him. Nelson forward to Wood. Gets it out to Lincoln. It's actually going to go to Nelson, who stepped forward. Sends one over the top, it's aimless and goes straight back to Townsend. So 1 minute gone in this game, 0-0 at the moment here on non-league day. Ball goes forward, headed away by Brown into the midfield, and Turner's going to come away with it though. Sells Deakin a bit short with that pass and intercepted by Newton Aycliffe, but sent back to Lincoln Barrow, who has to get back to the goalkeeper, and he can't only send it out of play. Stocksbridge with the early throw-in on this left wing. Tinkle come up to take. Samuel Packer is our referee today, and we're quite young, obviously coming through the system. As we celebrate non-league days, remembering all the referees come through non-league as well. They all start well below this, but they have to come through this level and learn the game before they get anywhere close to the EFL. Deakin trying to get down the left-hand side. Got 2 men round him, though, and they've won the ball back really well, Newton Aycliffe. Clearance is blocked, and Grejlak could get on the edit. Puts in the middle to Rawson. Rawson drinks out, volleys it goalwards, but he couldn't get much power behind it, and it was straight at Jim Pollard. Just very high for him to try and control. He just tried to steer it towards goal and try and catch the goalkeeper out, but it's too easy for Jim Pollard in the end, straight at the shot stopper. 2 minutes gone in this game so far, and ball is sent forward, and Stockbridge trying to win in the field, but it has gone back to Clarkson, who's going to take forward out to Pascoe, who knocks it over the top. Charles is going to try and defend with Adamson, one of Newton Aycliffe's biggest threats in his back, but it will eventually go out for a goal kick. Definitely a dangerous attack that Newton Aycliffe posed with Dean Fexton, Liam Jarvie and Liam Hansen. Dean Fexton's been scoring for fun in this division for many years, was at Newton Aycliffe's neighbours Shildon before their relegation, and has been here at Newton Aycliffe ever since, and has continued to be one of Step 4's top attackers. Townsend sending it long. Morris tried to get onto it, but it's headed away from him. Owen will head it back into the field, but Newton Aycliffe onto it, but touch takes it out for a Stocksbridge throw. Out now for Charlesworth for the throw-in. 2, turn it back to Charlesworth. Charles thinks first few touches, sends it over the top, looking for O'Connor, but headed out towards Pascoe, who tries to keep it in, can't do so. Stocksbridge have a throw-in. Stocksbridge winning the territory battle in the first few minutes of this game. And Charlesworth can't go any further forward. The referee's keeping a key eye on that. Samuel Packer. Slowly just monitoring and throws it down to O'Connor, brings it down well back to... Well, we almost got took out there on the commentary. Charlesworth's cross was blocked by his own player O'Connor, and it's just inches away from us here in the stand close to this side. I'm very glad it was on that side, or else it would have took out about a grand's worth of equipment to the left of me, and I would have been asking Alex O'Connor for the money back. Ball forward, Newton fighting for it up front, but Eagledon having a good all rest of the match with Fexton. It's going to be a huge task for Eagledon handling him, but did win out that battle because Fexton, while he got the ball, he only ended up playing it out to play for a Stocksbridge throw. So ball's now back for Charlesworth for the throw-in. Sends it away and comes off midfield, and Rawson being penalised for pulling, and it will be a Newton Aycliffe throw-in. Rawson, as usual, not particularly happy with the decision. Free kick quickly taken to Clarkson, misses the press of Rawson. Nelson takes it forward and then takes it out to the right to Lincoln Barrow. Carrying it forward now and trying to send it down the line, looking for Liam Jarvie, but intercepted by Tinker. Keeps it in as well. Now Danny Deakin on the ball. Swishes it out to Charlesworth, who's got plenty of space as he takes it down on his chest and sends it forward, looking for Grejlak, but intercepted by an aware Joe Ferguson. They do lose the ball. O'Connor forward to Rawson, flicks on, looking for Grejlak, and the deflection just took it away. And then the poor back pass, and Pollard had to be quick out there with Grejlak and Morris trying to punish that mistake. It was O'Connor just knocked it up into the air now, looking for Turner, who heads it towards the right, but Adamson into the midfield to Wood, who knocks it over the top. Owen will try and chase it down, and does, takes it out to the right and forward to Charlesworth. Being penned in really nicely here by Newton Aycliffe, but they do manage to get the clearance out. Goes out to Rawson Cyrus to Grejlak. Grejlak looking for Rawson, now goes forward to Morris, but well won there by Nelson, who returns it back to Pollard. Some good defensive work from Newton Aycliffe. Cleared away by Pollard. Back into the middle to Wood, who gets it forward to Fexton, and Eagledon ends up juggling into the air and heading it away. Fexton tried to get it back, but he's blocked by his own player. Goes to Deakin. Deakin will find Tinker, who's coming forward, crosses the halfway line, going forward. Slows the game down, tries to get the ball forward to Rawson, but again blocked, as Newton Aycliffe are blocking the passing channels really well in these early moments. Throwing to Newton Aycliffe deep in their own half. 6 minutes gone, 0-0. If you are listening to us on the YouTube channel, Feel free to get involved on the YouTube chat. We'll try and shout you out as the game goes on. As Newton do well, carrying the ball out. It's Lincoln Barrows having a nice little run before eventually he's tackled, and it is going to go out for a Newton Aycliffe throw. James Morris was protesting it should have been going the other way. Not sure why, in all honesty, because it looked as obvious as Newton Aycliffe throw as it could be. To Jarvie, back to Lincoln Barrow, in the middle to Wood, and then back in defence. Newton Aycliffe said they're a football inside, happy to pass it, and will pass it wrong in the defence. As it goes back to Pollard, he will send it forward. Eagledon heads it away, gets to it well before Fexton. Fexton was very late on it, and he'll be penalised for the free kick. So Stocksbridge got a free kick on the halfway line. Goes to Allcroft, come on Steels. Start my haul off on a high, and I might buy you all a drink when I'm back. Is Mike the key word. In a local scoreline, Cambridge United are winning 1-0 against Barnsley. Sean Barofi has scored for the U's. And Pontefract are 1-0 up on North Ferriby in a massive scoreline for both these teams here. As the ball goes in, but Stocksbridge have been penalised for pulling in that box, and it will be a Newton Aycliffe throw in a daft way to lose what would look like a good setup for a set piece. Back now with Pollard. As the goalkeeper who's had to do one shot on target, though it was pretty easy. Luke Rawson's volley going straight at him. Pollard will send it looking for that right hand side, but Tinker will head it away. Morris races to try and keep it in. Lincoln Barrow, though, does well. Just a little shunt on Morris, allows it just to go out for a throw in for the home team. Barrow now has the throw. Into the middle to Jarvie. Volleys over the top, but Tinker heads away again. Rawson tries to get onto it, but it's just going to go out for another Newton Aycliffe throw. I think it's like 1 or 2 yards behind where it initially was a second ago. And then as he takes those few yards as it goes back now to Lincoln Barrow. Forward is blocked, but won by Clarkson. Then recycled into defence with Alex Nelson. Is it back to Pollard? Rawson will press. Pollard, not a great touch, and he just has to volley that one into the air. Pollard not particularly happy with the way he got that ball back. As Newton have won the area battle before Eagledon's able to head it away, and then Ferguson tries to do forward, but Charles returns it, and Rawson's going to try and muscle his way through, and it's volleyed back quite acrobatically by Brown to his own goalkeeper. Pollard able to deal with it easily. As Charleswood has the ball for Stocksbridge now, rolls it down the line. Greg will take it, but just falls a bit short of what he wanted. Pascoe heads it away, and then ends up being knocked out play by the home team. It's a Stocksbridge throw. 11 minutes gone in this game. 10 minutes gone actually. Ball not long, looking for Grejlak. Headed up, Grejlak could get the seconds, but Pascoe has won it well and sends it away. Eagledon lucky to win it. It was pulled a bit by Fexton, not spotted, as Owen will return it back to Townsend. Takes the touch, sends it forward, but only gives it back to Ferguson. He looks to get down left, but won well by the centre back Eagledon. It's Charles forward to Rawson, tries to get the right, some not quite neat play, but then into play Newton Aycliffe. It's both teams are trying to play real nice football at the moment, but the other team's defences are stopping them at the moment. But Lincoln Barrow's gone a long way on the right wing at the moment, puts a cross in very high, lofted one, and Townsend has to punch it from underneath his bar. For a while it looked like that would have been a fairly simple one to deal with, but I think the trajectory is just really outfoxed Townsend, and it's gone out for a corner kick. The first corner of the game goes Newton Aycliffe's way. More goals to tell about in the Northern Premier League East. Ashington are 1-0 up on Cleethorpes, so league leaders losing at home to the Northumberland side. Bridlington in a 6 points against Heaton Stannington are winning 1-0. Michael Coulson has scored, and Brighouse are also leading 1-0 against Consett in that bottom. Well, as Brighouse try to get out of that bottom four, we will let you know what that means for the bottom four after this corner as it goes in towards the near post. Well headed away by Curtis Turner. Goes out here to Jarvie, who takes a shot. It's blocked. It'll be another corner from the right hand side. Well dealt with initially by Stocksbridge, but first onto the ball was Jarvie, and he forced another set piece. And Joe Ferguson will now head towards Newton Aycliffe's right wing to take this corner. Newton Aycliffe had a good midweek, had a good week last week. They beat Bradford Park Avenue 1-0 and put them quite comfortably in the playoffs at the moment. Stocksbridge looking to spoil that party. Ferguson left-footed, takes it short to the edge of the area to Wood, takes a touch. He's been met quite quickly and now tries to play in the box, and it just goes out for a goal kick. That always frustrates the fans when a short corner routine doesn't work out. Alex O'Connor, though, was the man who was keenly aware and closed down quickly to make sure that didn't develop into anything more dangerous. Now back with Townsend, who was called into his first bit of action. So we'll look at that bottom four. So the bottom four right now is Sheffield FC, Sherwood Colliery, Liversedge and Heaton Stannington. Collier's forward, but headed back away by Clarkson. Stocksbridge return it. Morris will try and chase, but Lincoln Barrow will be the first man to it. Morris will just drop back into position. Barrow just holding on to it. In the middle to Alex Nelson, who's the central cog of the three-man centre-back team. And then back to Pollard. Pollard gets jeezed a bit and then sent long. Charles can only head it towards the right, and it will go out for a throw-in. Going back to Pascoe. Into the middle to Ferguson. To Clarkson, I mean. And then back to Nelson. It seems like in every move Newton Aycliffe have to do, Alex Nelson needs a few touches on that ball, which is as important to a three-man defence as they use. That three-man defence is as much a part of the attack as any other player. Because now it's just Jack Clarkson. Switches it towards the right-hand side to Lincoln Barrow, who's come forward. He's having to drop deep, though, under pressure from Jack Tinker, who's been pulled quite far away from his usual left-back spot there, as it goes all the way back to Pollard. O'Connor will press, and Pollard swings it out, but Charles just misses it, actually. Look, he was stepping in well, but missed his touch. Eagleton has it. His pass forward's blocked, out for a Stocksbridge throw. 14 minutes gone, it's 0-0 here. So back now with Charles, who's looking for an option here. Launch down, looking for Rawson. He gets a header on, then Grejlak gets a touch, but that touch ends up taking it out for a goal kick. So, with Pollard, who's seen a lot of the ball, and he's taken this one short here to Alex Nelson, who charges forward, taking advantage of a slip from James Morris. Out to Lincoln Barrow now. Controls the ball well and gets past Morris. Forward looking for Adamson, but just trying to try a bit too much on a small part of the pitch. It goes out for a Stocksbridge throw-in. Jack Tinker with a throw. It's on the halfway line. Short to Turner. Tried to find Tinker, miscues it. Out for a Newton Aycliffe throw-in. Both teams are trying to play football. None have really been able to make it too fluid yet. Middle to Ferguson. Back all the way goes to Aaron Brown. Over to Pascoe. Trying to find Charlesworth. Charlesworth got a foot in though, and it will now go out for the Newton Aycliffe throw. It's not really got into top pace this game yet either. I'm sure it will do. Both teams know how important this one is for the playoff places. Back to Pollard. Sends it over the top of Grejlak, who was pressing. And it finds Pascoe really nicely. In the middle now to Clarkson. Switches it. Ends up going behind Jarvie, who chases back to get it. Lincoln Barrow's gone ahead of him now, as Jarvie just moves it centrally. In the middle to Ferguson, who will send it forward looking for Fexton, but bounce away. Townsend's going to have to go out to his goal today, though he's actually going to just let that go out for a goal kick. Heaton Stannington have equalised against Bridlington Town. It's 1-1. Bailey Addison the scorer. It means Heaton Stannington move back out of the bottom four. Bridlington are one of the teams Stocksbridge will be visiting in the next few weeks. It's now back with Townsend. Sending it long. Comes off the back of Clarkson as Newton have tried to head it away, but now gone out for a throw to the away team. Tinker gives it back to Owen, who scored twice on Tuesday night. Sends it long, but No one there for it, goes out for a goal kick. He said this game's not really heated up as of yet. On quite a grey day here in Newton Aycliffe. Back now with Pollard. So Newton Aycliffe, this is it. What it is today for Newton Aycliffe is a great time to try and shut the door on one of the teams trying to chase them down. There's a 4-point gap between the teams, no games in hand now between them. With this, Stocksbridge would obviously reduce that to 1, making much more nervy here as Newton Aycliffe want to get promoted this year, get into that Northern Premier League where it's obviously there are some big prizes and some big games in that league. Stocksbridge also trying to get into that league once again. We've been nearly 10 years now, nearly 10 years since Stocksbridge were in it. As Charles throws in the middle to O'Connor, back to Charles, forward to Turner, it's over the top. Grezlak weren't quite aware that it was going to fall kindly to him. And now they're going to get volleyed out of play, and it's going to be given as a throw-in right next to the flag. I think we're just waiting to see if it was going to be decided on if it was going to be a corner or a throw. Like just, I think half a second, just didn't realise that ball was bouncing quite nicely for him. And that did allow the number 6, Jack Clarkson, to just to get that away. Thrown to Grezlak, back to Charles, takes the touch, trying to get beyond his man, blocked, back to Grezlak, and Grezlak tries to get the cross in blocked, and he gets it back to him, puts another cross in, and it's the number where it goes back to O'Connor, on the right, trying to get to the touchline, trying to keep it in, blocked, and it's going to stay in play. Quite really good defending by Newton Aycliffe on that occasion. Back to Owen. Forward to Deakin. We force back. Switch over to Charlesworth. Looking to switch over now to Grezlak. O'Connor's running on the overlap and he's going to find O'Connor now, but great sliding challenge from Jack Clarkson stops O'Connor from being able to get into a bit of space and put the ball in that he wanted to. Another throw in pretty much an identical position to where it was before. Obviously, want to produce something a bit better. Newton Aycliffe's defence slammed that door shut last time. Jack Clarkson having an impressive game so far. Going towards Rawson in the box, Chester take him out of it and then cleared away. Goes out to Wood, who then sends this all away. And Iggulden's having a good, he is pulling the shirt a bit there. Well, Iggulden gets away with it as his battles with Dean Fexton continues. Out to Tinker now, who will carry it over the halfway line. In middle to Deakin. Will look to switch it, looking for Grezlak. Knocks it forward to Rawson, who's trying to get it under control. Does, back to O'Connor. Charlesworth's in space. Finds Charlesworth, who's going to be met though. Oh, going to now get around the outside. Charlesworth being met though by Toby Pascoe. Charlesworth tries to keep it in, he can't do so, and it goes out for a goal kick. Toby Pascoe winning that battle and winning it well. And that seems to be Stockbridge's problem at the moment, is that they're being met by a very impressive defensive unit anytime they go forward. Here Newton Aycliffe trying to go sliding challenge O'Connor. If he connected, it'd been a yellow card, but he won the ball. Turner out to Jack Tinker. Forward to O'Connor, then back to Tinker. And then O'Connor again, and then back to Turner. Stocksbridge not really going forward with this, and then eventually do get the pass forward. Looking for O'Connor, but he's been blocked off well there, and he just can't get to it before it goes out of play. And as again, the Newton Aycliffe defence is on top form at the moment. "20 minutes gone in this game. Remains 0-0 here. Dunstan are leading 1-0 against Bradford Park Avenue. JJ O'Donnell, the scorer. That would reduce the deficit between second and first to 7 points. Does moving into second. That's with Cleethorpes losing to Ashington at home. A surprise scoreline. Ashington had been pulled into that relegation scrap again as Clarkson sends it over to Pascoe, who's got a battle to keep it in, but he does do so. Puts the cross in high lofted, looking for the far post. Townsend has to punch it away, and no one's there for it, so Tinker will be able to pick it up on the left-hand side. Sends it long, looking for Rawson, who's trying to get the better in of Nelson here. And Nelson, though, wins that battle. Back it goes to Pollard. Out it goes now into the defence of Newton Aycliffe with Brown. Now Clarkson. going backwards and back to Aaron Brown. Then over to Pascoe. Sends the pass forward, looks for Eagledon, but misses out on him. Then Charles is able to win the ball. Back to Owen now as Stockbridge back. We've had most possession in the game, but haven't been able to crack a very impressive Newton Aycliffe defence. Eagledon. Out to Charlesworth. Back to Turner, who's been forced backwards. Good pressing from Ferguson. Back to Eagledon, and he slices the ball. It goes out for a Newton Aycliffe throw-in. Newton Aycliffe will be able to put a bit of pressure on from this. So on the left-hand side, it will be taken by Pascoe, the throw-in. And much improved side case. When we faced these in the trophy last year, they played nice football, but quite naive. But they smartened up and well worth their 4th place in this division. Stockbridge to win the ball. Greg likes forcing them back, goes back to Brown. He's going to be forced back. Rawson just misses the tackle. Brown then will give it now back to Nelson and switches it out to Lincoln Barrow. Have to say, yeah, Newton Aycliffe's defence has been very press resistant so far. Not really had a bad word to say about him just yet. Ball forward, O'Connor makes the interception. Owen wins the ball. Owen comes forward, but that's been blocked by Ferguson. Out to Lincoln Barrow. Gets it back to Ferguson, who looks to get in the middle. Fexton will win the foul after Owen was a bit clumsy with him, and it's a chance for Newton Aycliffe to put the ball into the box from about 40 yards out. They did try to take it quickly, but the referee has not allowed that. So Newton Aycliffe with a chance to put the ball in here. Will be the left-footed strike of Joe Ferguson. Puts it in. It's a good-looking ball actually, but head away by Rawson. Goes to the edge of the box, bounces in, goes to Liam Jarvie, takes a shot in the bottom corner. Newton Aycliffe lead. It's a set piece that initially was defended by Rawson, but Stockbridge have not won the second ball. It falls to Liam Jarvie, who hits it really well, goes into the bottom corner. Newton Aycliffe are in the lead, 1-0. Stockbridge once again will have to fight back. A disappointing one for Stockbridge, who have had more of the ball, more possession, but they've not been able to crack the Newton Aycliffe defence, and well, that's the punishment for not doing so. Newton Aycliffe have had the chance and they've taken it very well. And now Steels, who will now see their playoff hopes start to dwindle with this one, because they will allow a team to pull away from them and create a 7-point gap. And it will be a 7-point gap with 6 games to go. Very difficult to overhaul with the form some of these teams above us are in. Out now to Jet Tinker, who will carry it forward, sends the ball over the top, looking for Deakin. Be covered here. Deakin trying to go for it, but it's well marshalled by the number 5, Alex Nelson. So this Newton defence has looked really good so far, so they're going to be difficult to try and break through to get the equaliser. Never mind, go on and win it. Haven't updated all on our scoreboards here. It's a very high-tech system. Ball now back with Pollard. Sends it long. Look for Eagledon. Headed on. Go back to Charles, who heads it forward. Comes off the back of Turner, but Stockbridge have committed a foul in that, and it will be a Newton Aycliffe free kick. And it was from a free kick like this just a minute ago, where Newton Aycliffe were able to carve out the opportunity. Quickly taken by Wood. Onto left, play back in the middle. Charles with bounce, has fallen almost nicely to Fexton, but Eagledon able to clear it. Now back to Pascoe down the left, and it goes to the goal scorer Jarvie. Newton Aycliffe look more energetic since getting that opening goal. As they now down left, put the cross in towards the near post. Owen diving header gets it away. Charles has it now, then back to Eagledon, who's able to send it away. Clark's got to head it, but only gets it backwards. Brown has it, going to return it forward. Bounce over the top. Owen has to head this one out. And it goes to Charles on that right. He's going to clear it away, goes down the channel. Pascoe will just allow that to go to play. Newton Aycliffe throw. Back now with Pascoe. Throw into the middle to Wood, then back to Pascoe. Good touch, then Turner goes in to tackle. Manages to find the little gap between the fence and the Newton Aycliffe bench and come out into the fans area. Pascoe throws it back in now and Eagleton intercepts, sends it forward, and it's going to be followed by Nelson as it goes back to Pollard. Chucks it quickly out to Lincoln Barrow. Newton Aycliffe really full of energy now, and Lincoln Barrow just gets through Tinker. Tinker gets back in with the second tackle though after Morris had slowed down. Deacon sent it forward. Rawson's going to battle for it now. Rawson's offside though, so we will get a Newton Aycliffe free kick. So now that Newton Aycliffe, who did very well, fended off Stocksbridge's majority possession and kept them at arm's length, and then took their chance. 1-0 to Newton Aycliffe. Ball goes forward towards the right, towards Adamson, who tries to just keep it in, or at least, but ends up just helping Stocksbridge for a bit further out from the flag. It's a nice little attempt at the very least from a very talented forward at this level. Tinker with a throw now. Newton Aycliffe will look to pen the steals in. Launch downwards and comes off Nelson for a Stocksbridge throw. Back now with Tinker. Premier to Deacon, then back Tinker, who gives it shot to Owen. Owen gets it across his body and he'll go back to Townsend. Townsend, who sends it long looking for O'Connor. Picks up, trying to get back into the field, and Charles gets it forward looking for Rawson, but intercepted by Clarkson, who gets it out to Ferguson. He's been forced back by Rawson and all the way back to Pollard, and Pollard will send that one up into the air and out of play. We're just tracking the ball as it comes very close, almost goes out to the ground, but pans in front of the fence. Stocksbridge throw-ins. First time we've seen Stocksbridge really spend some time in the Newton Aycliffe half since conceding. Charles to Deacon, and back to Charles. Setting over the top, looking for Grejlak. Grejlak goes down the pressure. It's not a foul from Pascoe, who then, looked as well. Charles goes through. That will be a foul because Pascoe's just pulled on Deacon as he was about to get through. It's the first time we've actually seen a mistake from this Newton Aycliffe defence. Deacon now the chance to put a ball in, and Stocksbridge, a set piece specialist, will get to work and look to try and create a goal. It's the sort of set piece you hate to defend. Right on the edge of the penalty area. And Eagleton and Owen, who scored twice on Tuesday night, have gone up. Deacon now. Lots of pushing and shoving in that box. Stocksbridge did lose out on a set piece already in this game because they committed a foul from a free kick. Charles was just moving towards the edge of the area as well. Deacon looking for the far post. Owen gets the header over the bar. Just couldn't get over the ball enough. Oh. And steers it over the goal. It remains 1-0 to Newton Aycliffe. It's an interesting stat. Central defenders of Stocksbridge Park Steel, so that's Paul Eagleton, Elliot Owen and Alex Phillipson, have scored 13 goals this season between them. That's as much as all the central midfielders for Stocksbridge Park Steels, who've also scored 13. That is Alex O'Connor, Curtis Turner, Danny Deacon, and Ash Butterworth. We're classing Oliver Grejlak as a winger at this point because that's what he knew mostly as. Ball forward to Charlesworth. Over now to Tinker, who will take it forward, and he's going forward at some speed as he gets past Wood, but then ends up running out of room and going off the pitch as well. It's a Newton Aycliffe throw. 31 minutes gone. 1-0 to Newton Aycliffe. Some goals to Bridlington are back in the lead against Heaton Stannington. Michael Coulson gets his second of the day. Cleethorpes have equalised against Ashington. Josh Walker scored, and Pontefract Collieries are 2-0 up on North Ferriby. Adam Watson scored a really good scoreline for both the teams here. North Ferriby, one of the chasing pack of the playoffs. Would mean a scoreline stand Newton Aycliffe will have a 3-point gap between them and 6th place. Ball goes forward and Eagledon will win it, sends it well forward, but well won header by Brown, who gets it into midfield, and Wood next it over to Lincoln Barrow. Takes it forward. It's a straight run, no one's really come out to him as he now gives it out to Addison, puts a cross into the middle, a dangling one. Eagledon heads towards the edge of the area. It's controlled by O'Connor, back to Ferguson, who sends it well over the bar. Bradford City are close to promotion from League 2 and they've been helped because they are winning 1-0 against Colchester United. Kavanagh the scorer. So let's look at that bottom four again as Bridlington Town will get out of that relegation zone with a 3-point gap, though the difference not on their side above Heaton Stannington. Such a huge match that in terms of the relegation battle as Newton Aycliffe lose the ball as they go forward. It goes to Townsend. Not a great touch from Townsend. Invites pressure, but he does get it away, but only out to the number 7, Ethan Wood, but then he loses the ball as it goes all the way back to Townsend. Townsend with the ball in hand at the moment. Sending it forward, looking for Rawson, but knocked behind by Brown. Lincoln Barrow will look to keep it in, and he can't do, but he's got it a bit further away from his own goal for the throw-in. So we're looking to try and see it maintain a bit of pressure over at the right end of the pitch. Good throw to Deacon and back to Jack Tinker. Forward to Morris, who's been forced backwards. Back to Deacon, knocks it, looking for the overlap, but well intercepted by Barrow, who gets it away. Now Adamson being forced deep at the moment, Adamson, and not particularly happy with that, but he's dribbling out of it, and then Morris hacks him down with a slide tackle. Could end up in the book for this one, to be honest. That was what you call a striker's tackle. Mistimed and not particularly nice. He doesn't get a booking on this occasion. Some refs definitely would have given him one for that. So back with Pollard for the free kick. Carlton Town are 1-0 up on Ossett United. Carlton Town will now go even on points with us. They're now in this battle for the playoffs, you have to say. As Nelson chips the ball forward, only back to Owen. Owen takes a touch, sends it out wide. Grezlak dropping deep, and he pulls over his man as Pasco got away from him, and it will be a free kick to the home team. Colchester have equalised against Bradford City, by the way, as well. Anderson scored, and York City have equalised against Braintree Town through Stones. So back now with Ferguson. Sending it over the top. Look, Eagledon goes over Eagledon's head actually, and Townsend able to claim it. Throwing it out to Tinker, who takes the touch. Or to Turner, back to Owen, and then to Tinker, who goes forward. Goes to Rawson now, try to go for a block by Nelson. It's a throw for Stocksbridge underneath the camera stand. 8 minutes left of this half. Stocksbridge will look to try and get an equaliser before that and make it all even going into the second half. As ball's now with Turner. Over now to Eagledon, who carries it over the halfway line. Now to Deacon, who juggles to keep it in, and the linesman says, nope, you didn't keep it in. a throw-in. So it's a throw-in for Newton Aycliffe.
What the hell are you talking about, mate? Absolute rubbish. Number 9's giving out yeah, rubbish.
So back with Pasco.
Rubbish.
50-50.
What game you
Give me any shake, man.
So
Give me any shake. Nugget. Never called me that, mate.
Lola, come on.
Back your words up then.
so Pasco there with the throw-in. Thrown forward, and this Stocksbridge give away the foul, a shirt pull from Tom Charlesworth. If you want to copy that decision, it's going to be a free kick for Newton.
I'm off his arms all over him. Arms all over rubbish.
There you go.
Sorry if you're picking up some of the other language here being spoken here at the ground. There's Newton Aycliffe getting ready for a free kick. So back now with Ferguson for a free kick. Ferguson left foot will look to switch ball into middle. Goes head away, he gets a charge in his back, and it will be a free kick Stocksbridge's way as just a shunt into the back of Luke Rawson as he looked to head that ball away. 214 here today at the Ashcourt Stadium, just being confirmed on football web pages. Back now with Townsend. Sending it long. Looking for Grezlak. Takes a touch, but Pasco just gets away. Almost fell to Rawson, but hooked away, and Turner's trying to get a touch. Some battle for it. Eildon comes away with it and controls the ball well. Slips it through to Morris. Back to Jack Tinker on the halfway line. Ball looking for Morris, and Morris gets his feet. He's trying to take on his man. Lincoln Barrow did get the tackle, but then came off Tinker, then forward and cleared away by Nelson. A Stocksbridge throw. Need another ball. We've had a few footballs end up flying out of the stadium. Tinker with throw it. We'll have the throw in. Throw it in the middle to Morris. He's being forced backwards now. Over to Tinker. Well, looking now for Grezlak, and he could get the better of his man here, but here's going to battle. Goes out to play. Both teams will appeal for it, and it's been given as a goal kick. So we're just not getting the look of the bounce at the moment, but Newton Aycliffe's defence has been very strong in this first half. Well, Cleethorpes were behind, they're now ahead. Josh Walker has scored again, they're now 2-1 up on Ashington. 10-point gap now, with 7 games left between them and second place. Cleethorpes Town, you'd say, have a hand on the trophy. Ball goes forward, sails over the top of Fexton. Charlesworth will watch it, and he's forced to just boot that one out under pressure. It will be a Newton Aycliffe throw-in. In concert of equalising against Brighouse, Isaac Walker, the scorer. Stocksbridge throwing. Charlesworth will send it forward, headed back, and returned by Nelson. The switch though falls to Deacon, who quickly gets out to Tinker, and Tinker will move forward, gets it through the legs of Ethan Wood. The pass forward though intercepted by Lincoln Barrow, but it's been blocked and goes to O'Connor. Quickly gets it out to Deacon. Deacon here will put the cross in, goes quite deep. Morris will challenge for it, but goes over here, goes over Pasco's head, and then cleared out for a throw-in on this right-hand side. Stocksbridge can keep the pressure on here. Charlesworth with the throw-in now. Got a few options. We'll take Morris as it goes further out. Back to Turner. Turner out to the right to Charlesworth. Flicks in the middle. No one there for it. Clarkson able to clear it. Eildon will look to challenge Fexton, but goes out for him. And now here's a break as Wood goes down the left. He's got Liam Adamson free on the left. Going to take Liam Adamson. moves into the box, moves it onto his right, on the edge of the area, blocked his way by Owen, has to return it out to the left to Wood, out to the middle, and Stocksbridge have got back really well to stop the counter-strike, but Clarkson's very high up the pitch at the moment. Passes it off into midfield, then back to Clarkson, takes the touch, out towards Wood, and spreads it out towards the left to Pascoe, tries to through to Adamson, who looks to break, but then they lose the ball. O'Connor has it, moves into the middle, goes to Deacon, who's switching, looking for the runner, Rawson. Rawson looking to get the better of Brown, but Brown hooks it away, but only back to Owen, who's very high up the pitch. Not a great pass either, as it's blocked and out back in Newton Aycliffe possession. Owen runs into Curtis Turner, though, as he tries to get back into position. Now with Wood, switch it out to the left to Pascoe, and he drops back deep, and Stocksbridge trip him, throwing a free kick to Newton Aycliffe. 42.5 minutes gone. Quickly taken now, and Alex Nelson on the ball, just inside his own half, right to the centre circle, and sends it forward now to Fexton, who loses out on the ball, goes now to Grajlak, he's moved on to the left wing, back to attack Tinker, one to Turner. Turner bursts forward, and he's got some space to run into. Turner looking for Grajlak, finds him. Grajlak touch, not the greatest, but in the end, the last touch is from Lincoln Barrow, throwing for Steels. Tinker will come up to take. Not long for Stockbridge to try and make an impact in this first half. Only to Deacon out to the left, and then Newton Aycliffe able to clear it. Throwing just in front of the halfway line. And now back with Tinker. Taking his time with it. He's not really got the options just yet. Might just have to send it down the way. Sends it to Turner ahead of him. Back to Tinker. Force deep, and we'll put it into defence where Eagledon has got quite a bit of space to try and pick an option. Moves into the opposition half, outright to Charles Huff, he's closed down, pass forward to Morris, who's tripped as he goes through, and will be a free kick. Could be the last chance of this half, this for Stocksbridge. And it looks like Aaron Brown might be getting a card for this. And Aaron Brown will become our first booking of the game, clipping James Morris as he looked to try and break through. So Danny Deacon with the free kick. Plenty of big options for Deacon to aim at if he doesn't go for the shot himself. James Morris as well, and Luke Rawson. Deacon looking for that far post, flicked on, and it goes in! It's James Morris who earned the foul, who heads it in, and it's 1-1 for the Steels. He gets the foul after being tripped. Danny Deacon then clips across in, a little flick on header from James Morris, and it's 1-1. Stocksbridge Park Steels are level just before the half-time break, and that was exactly what Ian Richards will want just before he does his team talk. And Danny Deacon's deliveries once again. He's the assist leader for the Steels this year. He's added another one to that total. And it's just a lovely little header from Morris. That's just outfoxed Jim Pollard, who's been rock solid in the Newton Aycliffe goal and a rock solid Newton Aycliffe defence up to then. Ball forward to Deacon, goes to Rawson. And then that is the half-time whistle going. So Newton Aycliffe had got the goal. They took their one chance. Liam Jarvie with a well-hit strike into the bottom corner. They looked like they were controlling the game really well until the end of that first half, where Danny Deacon whipped in the ball and James Morris was able to just flick on a header and make it way to the far corner. It's 1-1 here at the Ashcourt Stadium between Newton Aycliffe and Stocksbridge Park Steels. We will see you in 15 minutes for the second. Hello and welcome back to the Ashcourt Stadium for this match between Newton Aycliffe and Stocksbridge Park Steels. I'm your commentator Adam Allcroft here on the Stocksbridge Park Steels YouTube channel. We're just about to get underway, and we have just got underway with Newton Aycliffe starting us in the all-blue kit, kicking from left to right, while Stocksbridge Park Steels are in the claret and blue shirts, claret shorts, claret socks, kicking from right to left. It's 1-1 here. Stocksbridge equalising right at the end of that first half. No change at the break for either side. As the boys switched out here to the right, but Owen will head to. We'll go through the teams for you shortly. Back out and goes into midfield. Deakin knocks it over the top to Rawson, to the edge of the area, then back to Deakin, puts it in the middle to Morris, who looks to turn and shoot, takes a shot, it took a little block and then goes to the keeper. Decent start for the Steels. They do say sometimes that conceding just before a break can ruin any plans the manager has, because they have to rip up their team talk that they've probably been playing for the last 10 minutes before it, and Stocksbridge have started like that. So we're just advertising on Twitter because it's... So it's right now, it's Newton Aycliffe on the ball. We'll go through the teams after when we have our next break in play. Ball chipped over the top, but Townsend will claim it. So we'll go through the teams for you now. So it's for Newton Aycliffe, there's been no changes at the break. So it's Jim Pollard in goal, Ryan Lincoln Barrow, Toby Pascoe, Aaron Brown, who was booked for that free kick that led to Stockbridge's goal, Alex Nelson, Jack Clarkson, Ethan Wood the captain, Joe Ferguson, Dean Fexton, Liam Jarvie and Liam Adamson. The benches Jackson Cherry, Dale Elgie, Joe Gibson and Charlie Dawson. For Stocksbridge Park Steels, it's Ben Townsend in goal, then Tom Charleser, Jack Tinker, Curtis Turner who's the captain, Elliot Owen, Paul Iggledon, and Danny Deakin, Alex O'Connor, Luke Rawson, James Morris who scored that goal, and Oliver Grosjean. The benches Jordan Lemon, Ash Butterworth, Tommy Marshall, Harrison Poulter and Thomas Poole. Oh, and let there be light as the floodlights have just come on as we finish that. So the ball is back now with Pollard for a goal kick. 47 minutes gone. We'll let you know some other scorelines as well, some big news from that Pontefract game, as you've probably seen in the comments. We'll go now to the Pontefract game, where Pontefract were 2-0 up on North Ferriby, which was a great result for both these teams. It's now been abandoned due to a waterlogged pitch. Apparently there is a massive rainfall happening in Yorkshire right now. Stocksbridge the ball forward, goes back to Pollard. He claims it. Chucks it forward, out to Clarkson, back to Pascoe. He's going to be put under pressure. Just sends it up into the air and out to play. And Stocksbridge have the throwing back. Stocksbridge have started this second half the better. So now throwing for Charles to take on that right-hand side. Some other goals to tell you about early on in this half. Brighouse are in the lead against Consett again. Reese Platter, the scorer. And Bridlington 3-1 up on Heaton Stannington. Michael Coulson seals his hat-trick from the spot. Brilliant result for Bridlington. That takes him to 16th, overtaking Pontefract and Ashington. Ball launched downward. Taken down well by Fexton, but then lost to Iggledon, who Curtis Turner got in his way for a second, but he doesn't able to get away. Grosjean's having a bit of a battle with Pascoe. Pascoe having a little go at the shirt, but no fouls. It's back to O'Connor, forward to Rawson, controls it well. Looking for Grosjean, overhit. Back he goes to Pollard. So Stockbridge showing some glimpses of better football, better than what they showed in the first half. It was the set piece that unlocked this stubborn and very impressive Newton Aycliffe defence. Lincoln Barrow going forward, and it's a loose pass. Owen takes it, but it's a loose touch. He will keep it. Keeps it on the wing. Back to Owen, who tries to send it to the top. Blocked with the header, out for a throw-in, right in the middle of the two benches. Was 1-1 over at Brackenmore between the two teams. Joe Silver scored the opening goal for that one, and a mistake from Jim Pollard. Now Silver scored. Forward to Turner, who's trying to get down the left, but basically just being pushed off the pitch by Lincoln Barrow completely fairly, though, and it is a Newton Aycliffe throw. Launch down the field, Owen heads it away. a battle in the midfield, and O'Connell will look to get it to a nice line. Jonathan Clarkson gets away from him, back in the defence for Aaron Brown, the booked man, who sends it back to the keeper. It's not a great pass back. Pollard's very nervy, and he launched up into the air. It stays in his own box. Morris tries to bring it down, but in the end, his touch just takes it back to Pollard. A bit of a, Charles charges into a tackle, but misses out on it, and now there could be a good pass forward. It goes through, but Townsend out to claim it. Trying to take advantage of Charles being out of position, but they couldn't find Liam Adamson with that pass. Stockbridge trying to get it down the right wing, but it goes out for the throw. So to some of our chat saying, Paul Turner saying it was a great time to score, well done. Sue Allcroft saying, come on, more like it. We'll have a talk to yourselves at half time. We'll have more in the second half, please. And Mark Trim saying, good luck, second half last. We are all Stocksbridge Park Steels, and also good luck from a Harrogate Town lad. Thanks, Paul, for about the Pontefract game being abandoned. Whoever, we'll see some pictures later as Lincoln Barrow moves the ball into the box. Fexton looked to turn. Eagleton with a tackle, but it's going to be given as a penalty. So it's a penalty kick to Aycliffe. Eagleton's tackle on Fexton has been adjudged to have been a foul in the box. The appeals went up right away from the teams, and now it's a big chance for Newton Aycliffe to restore the lead. Stockbridge started better in the second half, but one attack from Newton Aycliffe has earned them the penalty. And Townsend, who hasn't saved a penalty since that shootout against Warrington Rylands back in September. Fexton with a penalty. I scored a few for Stocksbridge, for two for Newton Aycliffe. Takes penalty. Townsend makes a save. Charles gets it away, and Eagleton heads up in the air. It's still in the box. Goes out to the right. This attack is still on for Newton Aycliffe. Out to the right here. To Ferguson. Puts the ball in. Owen clears, and Townsend guessed it right. Diving to his right, saving Fexton's penalty. Now the attack is back on. Adamson fights for the right. Tinker is adjudged to a foul with a push in the back. And it's another chance. So Ben Townsend with a great save from Fexton, who's had very mixed times against. And Fexton has had a very mixed time against Stocksbridge. He's scored quite a few goals against the Steels, both for Shildon and for Newton Aycliffe, but also was sent off against the Steels a few seasons ago for Shildon over at Brackenmore, and now has missed that penalty. Remains 1-1. Townsend with the save. Really nice diving save to his right. Fexton penalty. You can't really fault Fexton's penalty. It was looking like it was heading towards the corner. Now the free kick. Stocksbridge need to defend it. Ball goes in. Townsend with a punch. Goes to the edge of the area. Free kick's been given. I think because there was a late one in on Townsend there, and originally it was going to be given as an advantage, but when it was going back to Newton Aycliffe on the edge of the box, that's when that was not going to be the case. So Stocksbridge resisted that pressure. It's Townsend with the impressive save from the spot kick. He always feels confident for going into penalties. He does his research, a lot going into them, and with help with his goalkeeping coach Pete Goldstrow, who's not here today. And there it's paid off. But Newton Aycliffe seemed to have just found a bit of extra energy since earning that penalty. Owen heads away from the edge of his area, goes to Charles on the right, goes forward. Clip forward back to the right hand side. Charles with that was a high tackle from Charles. If he had connected, that could have been a red card. As Pascoe goes forward, tackled by Rawson. Rawson keeps it in forward to Grezlak. Grezlak heavy touch goes and nails tackle back to Pollard. Pollard sends the ball into the air and will go out for a throw in the right hand side. This game's got a lot more energy in it in this second half. Goals to tell you about. Emily have quickly gone 2-0 up on Sheffield FC. Goals from Luke Parkin and Josh Ayres. And then Bradford Park Avenue have equalised against Dunstan through a penalty from Brendan Daniels. That moved Emily into second spot, 9 points off top spot Cleethorpes. Sherwood Collier 1-0 up Garth as well. That's a good result for them in the battle against relegation. Charles gets the ball back after the throw-in. Tries to play forward but blocked and now cleared. Owen will have it go past him, but he's the furthest man back and he'll just let it go back to Townsend. Townsend now will send that upfield. Goes beyond and goes back to the defence. Look to the right before Tinker, but we'll head it into midfield to Turner. Back to Owen, who slices a bit as it goes onto the right wing. Jarvie, the goal scorer, returns it back into the defence, and good work from Lincoln Barrow, who charges forward. Continues to go down. He's got Deacon and Morris to contend with. Deacon gets his foot in, knocks it out, throw into Newton Aycliffe. That dog is very animated about the whole thing, close to it. Back to Lincoln Barrow for the throw-in, who has been one of the players I've been really impressed with. Very solid in defence, but has got a bit of space about him. Thrown to Jarvie. There's a shirt pull on him from Deacon. Could have been a free kick there for Newton Aycliffe. Instead, Stocksbridge able to clear. Grosjean fighting for the ball. Heads into the air. He's going to try and get the seconds, but Pascoe wins it out. Heads it out well to Chargers, who knocks forward. Pascoe gets it over the top to Adamson. In the middle now to Clarkson. Back in the left, and Newton Aycliffe having the better of the game at the moment. Switching it out to Lincoln Barrow. Into the middle, just slightly. It's controlled by Jarvie. Jarvie turns, slips the ball into the middle. Here comes the shot, and it's going to be off target somehow. It's onside. That was what all the Stocksbridge players were looking at as Jarvie seemed to peel in. There's a key block down to corner kick. And right now, Newton Aycliffe are in complete dominant mode as they have been ever since the missed penalty. Stocksbridge need to defend from this corner once again, and Aycliffe one right into the 6-yard area. Go to the edge. Townsend was coming for it, but he missed it. Fexton was waiting for it, but Tinker takes it away to the right-hand side, sends it down, but only out to Jarvie, who gets another chance to put the ball into the box. Out to left to Fexton. He is onside. Back to Jarvie. Puts the cross in high. Lofter one looking for Pascoe at the far post. And Townsend gets enough on it to get it away. Goes to Deacon, who is able to send it away. But Newton Aycliffe gets it, chests it down to the edge. O'Connor gets a touch. Deacon clears it out. Grosjean will try and get the touch, but a sliding tackle puts it right back in the midfield. Newton Aycliffe are just winning every second ball at the moment. O'Connor gets a foot in. Out into midfield. Appeals for a free kick and not given. Wood on the ball now. Out it goes to Pascoe, who's on the right-hand side still. Into the middle, it's a close touch, and he goes to Grosjean, who looks forward, looking for Morris. It's just a bit of over it pass where it could have allowed Morris in. Now back to Clarkson. Out to the left now. In the middle now to Wood. Wood looks for the pass in the middle, well cut in the middle, but goes out to Fexton. Fexton takes a shot over the bar, and that will stop that pressure for now, but it's been relentless for the last 2 or 3 minutes on the Stocksbridge goal. 57 minutes gone, and it's 1-1 here. Townsend will have the goal kick. He's the hero at the moment. Townsend being accused of time wasting at the moment. I think just allowing Stocksbridge to catch the breath. We'll see if it's the same sort of time we got at Hallam for the time wasting. As Townsend launches it upfield, looking for Rawson, who heads it on really well, but it only goes back to Newton Aycliffe. Deacon trying to win it, but then cleared away out to Owen, who sends it back to the right. O'Connor has it bounced front to him, volleys it over the top. Look for Rawson, head away from him, and it will just get back to Pollard before Rawson can get to it. Now back with Pollard. Big kick from the goalkeeper now, downfield, looking for Fexton. Goes over the top of him and Iggulden. It's actually been misjudged by the Stocksbridge defence, but then it's Jack Tinker with a last-ditch tackle there on the edge of the area, which stops Newton Aycliffe from being able to break through. Need another football. Well, it seems we need a lot of footballs in this game. Stocksbridge just struggling to deal with Newton Aycliffe at the moment. They're in their pomp. They are rolling at the moment. Pascoe takes the throw in. Back to Clarkson. Ball back to Pascoe, and in the middle to Ferguson. But then intercepted ball. Try to get it through to Morris, but Newton Aycliffe get the ball back. It's with Clarkson. In the midfield now to Ferguson. People are screaming from the left-hand side, and finding the offside flag will go up on Liam Jarvie. And now here comes the range again. And there's going to be a substitute. It looks like Stocksbridge is the one going to make the substitute. Tommy Marshall's one of the people coming on. And it is him. He's going to replace the goal scorer, James Morris. which I'm slightly surprised about because I think Morris has had a good game, not just with a goal. But Ian Richards has decided that Marshall, who is a surprise dropping from the team, and it seems to be purely just a tactical decision. And actually no, it was put up as Morris. Well, it is Morris going off, and actually Grezlak is also going to head off. He's going to be replaced by Thomas Poole. So that is a complete change of the wings, just much like we saw on Tuesday night, and that did help out a bit. But then again, it changed about 5 positions in that one to get back into it, and it led to Elliot Owen scoring twice. Ball going forward, it's been intercepted in the middle, goes out to left. Poole's taking that spot on the left wing, Marshall on the right. But it is Newton Aycliffe's ball at the moment, so cross over the hour mark. And Brown having to chase behind for it. Deakin chasing back to the keeper. Takes a touch, Pollard. Rawson not far off it as it goes out to the defence here to Brown, and now out to Pascoe. Sends it down the line, and Eagledon, not a great touch from him, but it does find its Turner in the midfield. Back to Owen. Takes the touch. Diagonal. Looking for Tommy Marshall. He's going to try and get past Pascoe if he can get onto it, but beats both of them. It will go out for a Newton throw-in. So let's have some goals to tell you about. Ossett United have got one back against Carlton. Joe Crosby has scored. As Newton will try to get the ball away, they can't do so. Turner in the header. Forward to Rawson, almost gets Poole in. If they're trying to get on the right hand side, they do so here. Poole puts the cross in, blocked. It just loops in the air before it's cleared away. Eagledon gets a touch, goes out into the field, but Newton will return it. Back to Elliot Owen. Then down to Eagledon, who will send it forward to O'Connor. Try to get it to Charles, just goes underneath it. Goes out for a Newton Aycliffe throw-in. So Stockbridge sometimes just add a bit too much to some of the passing, which needs to be a little bit cuter at times.
Can you see where the path is into the next
So Pascoe in the middle to Adamson, and back to Pascoe. We're trying to control, but Stockbridge trying to win the ball, almost come away with it though, but it's like retain position. It will go back to Nelson. We're thinking of switching it, instead we'll have to just give it back to Pollard. Sending it forward now. Good pass, and Pascoe just ran into Charlesworth for a second. Stocksbridge have the throw-in as after that quite quick-paced play between the two teams, we have just settled into a bit of a lull. Charlesworth with the throw-in. Big launch down, looking for Rawson, headed away from him. Chris O'Connor is going to hit it forward again. Headbutt returns, there's a bit of head tennis before it goes out of play for another Stocksbridge throw-in. Grimsby Borough have taken the lead against Belper Town, which is a very good result for both these teams. Means even with the draw, it's a 3-point gap between us and 5th place. And we do have a better goal difference than Belper. As it goes out for a Stocksbridge throw right next to the flag. No, but the referee has. Yes, you're right. It's giving it the other way. So referee and linesman disagreeing. And now it will be throwing right next to the flag. Pascoe with the throw-in. Taking his time with it and needs an option, sends it down the line, and in the end Charlesworth goes into the back of his man, and it will be a new Aycliffe free kick. It's interesting, that table. Big opportunities for pretty much every team around it. Not many are taking advantage. We've obviously also Newton Aycliffe drawing, Dunstan drawing now as well. It's a chance, and North Ferriby also been abandoned to really try and enshrine your place in the top 5 or close that gap. Newton Aycliffe just earned themselves a throw online with the area. Throws it right in the middle to Fexton, who's up back in onto the left. Can't block the cross goes in. and Deacon can only head up into the air. Turner tries anyway, goes in and volley goes towards Townsend. It's saved. I thought the free kick might have been pulled there, as Turner did have his shirt pulled during that, but nothing given. And then the ball cuts, well, Stocksbridge I think have earned a free kick there from a free kick from Alex Nelson.
What do you want him to do? Hold his hand.
So Stocksbridge have another chance to put the ball into the box. Curtis Turner is going to take the free kick. Danny Deacon's free kick that led to that initial equaliser. Can Stockbridge use a Curtis Turner free kick to take the lead? It's not the same sort of options though. With James Morris off, there's one less, big target. That's right, it's Thomas Poole on it. Turner looking for the far post, but he actually ends up getting it all wrong and sending it over the bar. I think Thomas Poole will be on the next free kick after that one. Though Curtis Turner's corner did lead to the first goal back for Stocksbridge with Elliot Owen. Quickly taken goal kick, but Charles heads it away, goes to O'Connor. Drop deep, outright to Charles who sends it down the line and just going to go out to play as the rain continues to pour here at the Ashcourt Group Stadium. Back to Pollard, sending it forward here. Tink gets a touch, gets forward, but then drilled back and Stockbridge winning midfield. Deacon's going forward, set through. Can Rawson be the first man onto it? Takes a shot, and he loops over the goalkeeper, and the Steels are in the lead. Luke Rawson, the goal scorer, he gets onto a great pass, loops it over the goalkeeper. It's 2-1 to the Steels. Luke Rawson, like he did here a year ago in the trophy, has scored. It's a great finish by Luke Rawson. He does like a lob. Oh, he's done it a few times, and he's done it here this time, and he's pulled it off brilliantly. Luke Rawson, the goal scorer. His fourth since returning to the Steels this season. And the rain continues to pour here at Newton Aycliffe, and it pours for the home team, who had a chance to take the lead with that penalty. They have not, but now find themselves one goal behind. Nathan, our fans, just going past us, and he looks, even despite that goal, very wet and downbeat. Ball just goes out to play, will be a throw-in for Stocksbridge as they are looking to push now down that side and try and see if they can extend this scoreline. I think they're going down that left, trying to find the way through here. But yeah, stayed in play, and Newton Aycliffe able to get out to it. Turner with the tackle goes to Deacon, out to Turner, and they can't keep it in, but it has come off a Newton Aycliffe man last. Stocksbridge throwing. Liversidge have had a man sent off, and it's their goalkeeper Luke Jackson who's been sent off in their game against Bishop Auckland. Dunstan are also in the lead against Bradford Park Avenue, and Bishop Auckland are in the lead against Liversidge. Andrew May has scored. The ball goes through into the box, but well cleared away by Lincoln Barrow. Yeah, Stocksbridge would just be a point off the playoffs, but obviously North Ferriby will now have a game in hand on everyone. For that abandoned game, it's given them a big favour. Stocksbridge have the corner here on the left-hand side. They've done well on this left. And could they make it 3-1? They've been so good from set pieces during the season. Pulls off of the short, but it's going to be long towards that far post. Punched away by the keeper, just beyond Jack Tinker. Slide tackle is going to keep it here. O'Connor puts the ball into the box. Header from Iggulden, going to take it very far out wide. And then cleared away by Newton Aycliffe. Deacon tries to get a touch onto it, but it just goes out for a throw-in. Paul Iggulden with a bit of an opportunity in the most of. He interviewed on the Hull City official website about non-league day and his time with the Seals since moving on loan all the way back in August. Had to find his way into the first team, if you remember, with Alex Phillips in there. The ball is going back now to Jim Pollard. Takes a touch now, will send it long. Comes off Jarvie into the middle, and Turner sent it towards the right, but intercepted. And now here is with Newton Aycliffe, long ball over the top. Everyone paused for a second before Townsend comes out just to boot that one away. Headed back over to Fexton. Tackle goes in. It's going to go out to the left, and Charlesworth will just get onto the ball now and sends it down the line for Rawson, who heads it on well, but he can't get it to Marshall. Goes out further, and I think there was just some contact with the head of the Newton Aycliffe defender who's gone down, and that's a concerning scene. We're going to have the physio on. So we'll see the physio come on now. We have a brief break in play. Carlton Town have 3-1 up on Oxford United. Dean Freeman has scored. Carlton Town will be feeling confident about a playoff push now. It's basically the top 8, you'd say, of the teams pushing for the top 5. 3 teams will obviously miss out. You'd say Cleethorpes are probably sure for that top spot as well. Newton Aycliffe, even with this loss, will keep their position in 4th, but obviously it's becomes very, very perilous now. Joint on points with North Ferry have that game in hand. It's Toby Pascoe who got the contact there. He's going to go off for a bit further treatment. He'll bloat it. And it will just be a throw for Newton Aycliffe. It'll be taken by Alex Nelson with Pascoe off the pitch, but it looks like he will be returning shortly. Down the line, Turner heads away to Rawson, trying to control, trying to get down the outside line, and looking like he can find Tommy Marshall. He controls it well, faces up, man, gets it blocked off Ferguson. It will be a Stocksbridge throw. So throw in now for Charles to come up and take. Stocksbridge will want to have some good goal, just ease the nerves going into the last part of this game. They won 3-1 here in the FA Trophy last season. And O'Connor just loops away from him, but I've got the ball back through Marshall, and Charles finds Turner, who breaks into the box. Crossing is blocked, and it goes out to the right-hand side, and it will go out for another Stocksbridge throw. Out now for Charlesworth to take the throw. Waiting for his options, throws it out to the right, then trying to find Charles. King gets stuck a bit there. Charles breaks through, gets blocked. It's still in. Charles is moving into the box, tries another cross, another block, and appeals. It will go out though for a goal kick. 72 minutes gone in this game. 2-1 to the Steels. So back with the goalkeeper Pollard, who sent it down long. Down to the side goes out to play. Will be a Newton Aycliffe throw in. A chance for them to keep the ball in the Stocksbridge half, something they haven't really done too much of since conceding, going 1 goal down. Ball going to loop in, trying to get into the box. Owen will take it the other way, but it just goes through all the Newton Aycliffe players. None of them were taking responsibility for it, and now Charles, if able to clear it away, will go all the way back to Pollard, who controls it, sends it out to the right to Nelson. It's a shout now to Lincoln Barrow. Back into defence. And then sent long. Eagleton fighting with Fexton again, and it will be headed back towards Townsend. It's a big hell of a battle between Dean Fexton, who's been in this league for several years and a very impressive forward despite his missed penalty earlier. Having a hell of a battle with Paul Eagleton. Both have won some, both have lost some. Ball forward, goes back into defence though for Newton Aycliffe. Out to Lincoln Barrow, who has to chase it down to try and keep it in, and he will do so. Takes it forward, he's going to be his route blocked off by Poole. Forward, and Eagleton sends it in midfield, but it's going to be Newton Aycliffe who win the ball. And that was a late one on Danny Deacon for Stocksbridge, and Jack Tinker is wanting a card for that one. It's short. He came in late on Danny Deacon after the ball was cleared away. And there's got big coming together between the players after that one. Both players are down injured after that. Danny Deacon in very obvious discomfort. We will see a card. It's the high foot that Stocksbridge players are protesting about. And we're just interested because the protests are continuing from the Stocksbridge players. Jack Clarkson particularly unhappy about how that has been given as free kick. It's definitely a free kick. There is some murmurs it could be a red, but I do think it'll be more likely a yellow card. So we're going to, it's the high foot that's going to be like, and it is a red card for Newton Aycliffe. They will be down to 10 men.
Hey, fight!
Just trying to see if we can't see what judge who it is. It's a red card. It's for Joe Ferguson, who's been sent off for Newton Aycliffe. And now Newton Aycliffe, if they want to fight back, they'll have to do it with 10 men. It's the high foot and studs up that has got him sent off. There's going to be some talks continuing here after they come together. It's a yellow card for Tom Charlesworth for the reaction. Townsend playing peacekeeper here with Charlesworth, who's not happy with that. So first yellow card for the Seals. And you can probably hear the Newton Aycliffe crowd not particularly happy with that red card. Sees now a substitution for Newton Aycliffe. They're going to reshuffle their side following that. And Charlie Dawson has come on. He's going to replace Lincoln Barrow.
Oh, fine. Good sportsman, you lad. You fucking big clown.
So Townsend will head back for the free kick after that incident. Newton Aycliffe down to 10 men.
Red card, yeah? They both have gone for the same ball, mate. How can that be a red card?
Townsend.
Shocking, man.
So Townsend, free kick it.
Screaming like a bitch.
Townsend will send it forward and Bull tries to head it into the box. Goes to Marshall on the left-hand side, trying to go down the left, trying to play it into the box. They're stuck on this left wing. Play ball in towards the near area, bounces away, and goes back to Charles, who's just recently been booked for his reaction to the incident. Seen Stockbridge actually made a substitution as well. Ash Butterworth has come on. He has replaced Danny Deacon, who couldn't continue after that tackle, which I think if you wanted a reason why that was a red card, that probably has helped with the decision. Attacking, lofted onto the left-hand side to O'Connor. He's got Tinker burst on the left wing, and here comes Tinker, putting the cross in towards the near post, and Newton Aycliffe onto it first and able to clear it away. Back in the defence, Eagledon controls, takes it forward, out now to O'Connor on the left-hand side. Knocked over the top, no one's there for it though. We'll go back to the goalkeeper. 78 minutes gone in this one, it's 2-1 to Stocksbridge Park Steels. Newton Aycliffe down to 10 men with Joe Ferguson being sent off. Eagledon can only head that one up into the air. Going against the next header, but it's back into midfield and switched out to the left. And here come Newton Aycliffe. Still dangerous even with 10 men, and here they come down the left. Long one looking for the far post. It sails over the top of Dean Fexton's head. He'll go and get it on the right wing now. Owens meeting up with him. Back out into the middle, and it's a nice little overlap pass looking for Jarvie. Good tackle from Turner, goes out for a throw-in. Okay, Stockton United, they're thinking, oh, it's good with one goal up with an extra man, but they did concede when one goal up to 9 men at the start of the season in the FA Cup to Prestwich Hayes. And Fexton looks to turn and he moves, and then Fexton goes down. I think he was looking for that one under Ashley Butterworth's challenge. Butterworth, though, a bit daft, left a foot out. He could have given that one. Turner out to the right now. Here comes Stocksbridge coming forward, and Marshall tackle blocked. It will be a Steels throw-in. The only thing you'd say is Ash Butterworth left his foot out, and it was one of those where Dean Folkestone is a smart enough striker to know how to get the penalty. Would have been his second of the game. Charles of launching it down, headed on by Rawson, but return. Rawson gets ahead and tries to get it down that line again, but it will go out for a throw-in. Thrown back into defence and back to Pollard. Pollard controls, being put under pressure, will send it away. Tinker will look for it, heads it back, and well, Marshall can't really treat it was all in an offside position, so it's back with Pollard now.
Don't forget that goal that hasn't come yet. We'll still go back to the shot and stop it.
So
Need to be a good goal if you want.
control rolls it down Pollard, and now we'll send it forward. Newton Aycliffe haven't really got much option but going forward. Owen's got his hands on the arms of the attacker, but goes beyond him. Tinker clears away out to the right though to Wood, out to now to Jarvie on the right wing, puts the cross in. It's a good looking cross, headed away by Owen. Townsend wanted it, goes to the edge of the area, needs to get it forced backwards though. Now to Clarkson. Clarkson takes a shot, blocked by O'Connor, ricochets into the area. Owen tried the diving header, but then Eagledon able to get it away. Poole holds it up, looking for Butterworth, but it slips and then away, but out to Poole now. Tries to get in the middle to Turner, but then tries to spin away with it and then lose it, but then he blocks the ball forward. Head up into the air. Turner heads forward. Butterworth will now challenge for it. Chance well gets it forward, but then headed back by Nelson. But it's now with Newton Aycliffe, who are having more of the ball despite being down to 10 men. Brown out to Nelson and gets it through the legs of Thomas Poole, who's not happy with that. He's done it to a few players himself, but so he's probably calmer getting him on that occasion. Out to the right now, and then Poole frustrated with after having the ball through, and it now will be a free kick to Newton Aycliffe. Thomas Poole gets a booking. So Pollard is coming up to take this free kick as they look to do all they can now. Thankfully Danny Deacon is up and walking past us now. Ball goes into the box, bounces. There's Charles F trying to push it, but it's been knocked away from him before. Charles able to clear it away. Down it goes and out into the stand. Outing goes back into defence. Back to Pollard. Sends it forward into the defence. Takes a touch and forward to the halfway line, and they've knocked it on the top looking for Folkestone. Owen wins a header, but it only goes out to the left-hand side, and now Newton Aycliffe pushing. It's a lovely pass to Pasco, who crossed in and get it right, but Owen didn't really get the clearance right either. It's going to go out for a corner kick. And set pieces away, despite even if you're a man down, things are even up there. We'll have to say Newton Aycliffe actually been better since going a man down. I think Stockbridge are really missing Danny Deacon after he went off with the injury. He's such a crucial player for Stocksbridge.
On the edge.
So can Stockbridge defend from the set piece? Off one, looking for the far post. Townsend punches it from having to go in. Goes to the edge of the area. Volley goes in, blocked. It goes out to the right, and it will be another corner kick. 82 minutes gone. Turner pulls out. It's going to be a short corner here to Wood. Delays it, moves it, cross going in, headed on, but it's moving further. Rawson heads away to the edge of the area. It goes to Jarvie now. Jarvie recycles it out to the right to Wood. One touch pass looking at it, and then Turner's read that, got the touch. He's trying to get away with it, but he won back by Adamson. Adamson trying to get the ball in, blocked by Turner though. Back now to Wood. Wood feints well, gets past O'Connor, left foot across going in. Charlesworth with the clearance. Marshall trying to get onto it, but goes back to Clarkson, who gets out to the left, and ball gets past Butterworth, but then played back, and Newton Aycliffe find the cross in looking for the cross now. They've got the space for it, but they're not taking it as they're passing round that left-hand side. Playing in the middle now to Brown, edge area. Shot goes in, blocked, and headed away by Tinker, goes beyond Brown. And then it's back in. Newton Aycliffe will keep this pressure on.
Put it in!
Cross going in, it's a slice one, it goes beyond everyone, and Rawson will defend it in the left-back row. I think he's just going to get this one away, and it's going to be back now here. Charlie Duck. It's a Pasco, puts it back into defence. Sent over the top. Tinkerwell headed away. Rawson looks to keep it in. He will do so. Left hand side and send over the top for Marshall to chase. Looks like Clarkson's going to win that race. So Marshall try and keep pressure on and try and just give the Stocksbridge defence a bit of a breather as it goes back to Pollard. Pollard taking the touch, will now send it upfield. It's a poor pass and it will now go out for a Stocksbridge throw. 84 minutes gone in this game. Right, some other scores to tell you about. Cleethorpes are 3-1 up on Ashington. Curtis Bateson's got the latest goal. Bishop Auckland 2-0 up on Liversidge. Louis Johnson has scored. Garforth have equalised with Sherwood Colliery. Max Tweddle from the spot. And Sheffield FC have got one back against Emley. Luke Mangum the scorer. Fair play to Sheffield FC for cracking that Emley defence, the best in the league. Ball is now back with Newton Aycliffe. Defence forward. It goes to Wood. Into midfield, it's some good passing from Newton Aycliffe. In midfield, Fexton could break through. Great sliding challenge from Owen, and then cleared away. Newton Aycliffe pushing forward now to Adamson. Now to Jarvie, who's in the box with a bit of space. Charles have got wrong side, but he's carried the tackle. Goes through Fexton, goes under. No penalty and cleared away, and Fexton went down under a very light push. Free kick now, throwing him in now for Newton Aycliffe on the left. To the left, and Stocksbridge have gone on loose ball. Poole breaks forward. Poole's looking for Rawson. It's just overhit though, as Rawson will get it there, but he's pushed out to left wing rather than the central position he would have wanted. Rawson running at Aaron Brown. He's got an overlap option, takes a shot, blocked, goes beyond Butterworth, and now Newton Aycliffe might be able to get the break. Going to move it into the middle. And Newton have the space. Despite being down to 10 men, it's been all over Stocksbridge, and they're going to break into the box. Eagledon with the tackle, going to spill to Fexton, but onto the edge of the area, urged to shoot, not done so. He's gone backwards, Charlie Dawson. Now clipped into the box, headed away by Eagledon to the edge of the area, and then Turner can only clear it away. Throw in to Newton Aycliffe on the left. "86 minutes in. I suspect we might see a Stocksbridge change him, because obviously since Deacon's gone off, the shape has really gone wrong, and the Steels need something to just hold the ball up a bit more. But then the poor pass from Newton Aycliffe has come off the shin of the attacker, and it is a Stocksbridge throw. It's gone into the 87th minute. Oh, Paul D'Orecchio, come on Steels, get the 3 points in the rain from Sonny Forteventura. Oh, feeling jealous of you that. And James Healy going, come on Steels, yellows. God, it's not a Steels game if we don't hear James Healy go steel, yellows. Stocksbridge have just given away a free kick just inside their own half. So Newton Aycliffe have another chance to pump the ball in. So now Pollard will have a chance to chuck the ball in. Big targets to aim at. Stocksbridge look to hold on. Down the ball, going into the box. Townsend can only punch it. Goes 6-yard area, headed towards goal, but then Townsend makes the save. Thankfully, it was not a clean connection, or else that would have been 2-2. Townsend's not really looked too confident with some of these crosses going in today. I've not really seen him take a clean catch. I think but he was able to make the save on the follow-up. Townsend launching it forward. But it's just an unmarked Newton Aycliffe man. But it only gets back to Charles, who sends it towards the right. Marshall will try and look to keep it in, but he can't do so. Out for a Newton Aycliffe throw. 88 minutes gone. Garforth 2-1 up on Sherwood Colliery. Sam Denton has scored. Into midfield, and it's going to go all the way back to Pollard. Stocksbridge not doing the press on him like they have done before. Ball going long. Owen heads it into midfield. Turner picks it up. Back to Charles, who launches it upfield. Marshall will look to chase it, but headed away from him. Butterworth will try and meet the man, but knocked away from him. Adamson gets a touch, but it's just going to spill in to Townsend. Townsend will take the touch. We'll pick it up, and it will be back with him. 89 minutes now gone. Ball on, looking for Rawson. Gets a bit of pushing and shoving, but a bit 50-50, so nothing given. But Rawson playing in the middle, and then not long by Newton Aycliffe. Owen can only head it backwards, and it's going to end up going out for a corner kick. Owen just did not judge the flight of that ball properly. And now Newton Aycliffe have a big chance. And we have got a goalkeeper going up in Jim Pollard. But he's actually not going up fully yet. He's going to go to the edge of the centre circle. Not just yet. As the Seals will look to defend another set piece. Now Pollard comes in. It is looking for the near post. Goes in well, headed away by Owen. Goes past Marshall. Newton Aycliffe will get the ball back. They switch it out now here to Wood. Wood controls. Right-footed, putting the ball into a good-looking ball. Jim Pollard gets the header, and Townsend makes a save. It's Jim Pollard with a really good header. Maybe just a bit too close to Townsend's able to palm it over, and it is going to be a corner kick. That's the second time we've seen Townsend make a last-minute save from a goalkeeper. We did it at North Ferriby as well. But it's still on here for Newton Aycliffe to get an equaliser. Here it is, another good delivery. Owen heads it away, but it's going to go right back to the side. Rawson will go try and press. Cross goes in. Owen, another header away. It's going to be challenged for by Marshall. Pollard takes a shot blocked. First man to it is Newton Aycliffe. Now back to Clarkson, who switches it out to the left. Feels through. Good ball goes in. It's going to be ricocheted in the 6-yard area. Tinker with the last-ditch tackle to get it away. We are into added time now. We've not seen the board go up, and there is Tinker's down with an injury, and there is a coming together between the players. So we're going to see the physio come on now for Jack Tinker, who's got himself injured during that melee to get the ball away. Some proper backs to the wall defending from the Steels. There's a talk now between the referee and the linesman. We're seeing what's happening. Turner making his case to the referees as well. As treatment continues from Lee Phillips on Jack Tinker. So not sure what's going to happen here, but the referee is now pulling away. And it's good. The game will, well, it's not going to continue yet because Jack Tinker's still getting treatment. But the linesman's now going to, well, going to be a substitute. Not sure what the substitute is just yet. It's Alex O'Connor's going to head off. Not seeing who's replacing him just yet. He's been replaced by Jordan Lemon, a defensive change for Steels. We've got 5 at the back now, I for Stocksbridge. To try and just hold on to this. Back into defence. Pollard's gone up already as the throw in his net, the cross net goes in. Pollard misses the header, goes into the 6-yard area. Rawson with the clearance. Too many balls have fallen in the 6-yard area for comfort for Stocksbridge. Butterf looking to win the tackle, charges in. He gets he fouls, and he said Zaff free kick to give away for Butterf, and now another one to be pulled in. 3 minutes have now elapsed of time. We have not seen this board go up. Stocksbridge having to just deal with an absolute onslaught from Newton Aycliffe. Tinker now able to return to the pitch. Ball goes into the box. Townsend will look to claim. He catches it. It's a great catch from Townsend, who then does drop to the ground, as you would expect from every keeper. And now he's waiting to go hand and out. And now Townsend goes down with injury, and before going up. And Townsend, I think, is going to get talked to from the referee. Hey. So Townsend takes his time, sends it down the line, and Rawson will look to challenge for it. And Rawson might get through here, heads it to the side to Marshall. Marshall takes a shot, great save by the keeper, and then cleared away. Hey, that could have been game over. Park Steelers now. Newton Aycliffe come forward. In midfield, now onto the left, and Charles with the slide tackle goes out for a throw-in. Pollard's coming up again. 4 minutes, 20 seconds gone. We don't know how much added time's been given. Played into the middle. Onto the right now.
Take it in, Debbie, take it in.
Here comes the cross. Goes far to the far post. Townsend with another big catch, and Townsend's coming up big as we get towards the end of this game. Still not sure how much out of time it is, so he's counting the minutes, but we don't know how long he's given. We have had some decent stoppages as Rawson, as it's gone down, he goes out to Rawson. Rawson goes beyond his man, and he is wrestled over there by the number 5, Alex Nelson, who I suspect will get a booking. And he will get a booking for that. And so we have a time now. Can just waste a bit of time and try and get this down to the corner. 5 minutes have now gone of added time. Looks like Poole and Rawson might break into that corner. Turner onto it. He's going to send it towards that corner flag now, and it's going to be held up in that corner by Thomas Poole. And can they just hold on to it for long enough to get this game over and done with? Goes out of play, will be a Stocksbridge throw. Stocksbridge just trying to just keep it in that corner, so taking the time waiting for the throw in. Jack Tinker's up to take the throw in. I'm surprised at that, I'm surprised they've not kept him back. So can Stocksbridge continue to keep it in the corner? Thrown out towards Ross, but he's headed off and he intercepted in the middle, and Stocksbridge trying to keep in that corner and press them down there. And just as Newton Aycliffe break, the Steels have won 2-1 on. They were down 1-0, a well-hit strike from Liam Jarvie put Newton Aycliffe into the lead, but then just before the end of the first half, James Morris's flick-on header equalised for Stocksbridge. Big ball over the top, found Luke Rawson, and he lobbed the goalkeeper Pollard to make it 2-1 on. And then a high studs challenge from number 8, Joe Ferguson, saw Newton Aycliffe reduced to 10 men. Despite that, they seemed to get better after being reduced to 10 men. Came very, very close to some equaliser, but Stocksbridge hold on. And in the playoff battle, that is a massive 3 points. That gets us a point from the top 5. I've been Adam Allcroft. I'd like to thank you all for listening to today's commentary. Look forward to seeing you next Saturday as we host Pontefract College. Thank you very much and good night.